Today's lectionary reading was fantastic. Not only did we get to read Psalm 23 today, but also Psalm 27. And the line that really struck me was verse 13. What if I had not believed I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living? What if I had not believed this? The NIV says, I remain confident in this, that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And David is going through incredible trials. He's having people turn against him. His own mother and father are unsure about him, very similar to Jesus, right? He's going through possibly illness and disease, but he is at a low point in his life, like maybe you are. Maybe you're at a low point in your life. Can I tell you this? You're going to have to believe you're going to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Oh yeah, you know you're going to see the goodness of God in the other world. No. David is not saying, I believe I'm going to see heaven one day and see God. No. He says, I believe I'm going to see the goodness of God right here in the land of the living. And God turned things around for David, and he saw all of that. And what I'm trying to tell you is, despite all of the trials you're going through, and they may have gotten you so depressed, gotten you so down, I'm here to tell you, if you don't believe that you're going to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, you're not going to see it. Because God is a faith God. He does things because we believe him to. In the Gospels, we find Jesus healing the sick, but he did it because of their faith. In fact, we're even told when he was in his hometown, he could not do many mighty miracles because, this is what the Bible says, because of their unbelief. You see, when you don't believe and trust God, you shorten the hand of God for you. Now, God's hand is great, but for you it's going to be shortened because you won't believe, you won't trust. Salvation comes by faith. Ephesians chapter 2 says, by grace are we saved through faith. If you don't believe, you don't get saved. That's why this doctrine of universal salvation is just a heresy. This idea that everyone's going to be saved, whether they believe or not, wrong. You have to believe. We find that the original sin was unbelief. Adam and Eve did not believe they would die if they ate the forbidden fruit. Paul described their original sin as disbelief or disobedience, through the disobedience of the one man. Why did Adam and Eve disobey God? Because they did not believe that they would die. They did not believe what God had said would happen to them. It was unbelief. So the root of original sin is unbelief. And friend, when you don't believe that you're going to see the land of the goodness of God in the land of the living, your unbelief's going to stop it. You're not going to see the health return. You're not going to see the money come. Some of you, you've lost a lot of money. Some of you, you don't know where the money's going to come from. But you've got to believe you're going to see the goodness of prosperity in the land of the living. You have to believe prosperity is going to come to you. You have to believe healing is going to come to you. You've got to believe your marriage is going to turn around. You're going to find your love, the love of your life. God is going to show you his grace and goodness. But friend, you have to believe. Will you believe? Say, I will believe that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living.